Today we're going to talk about how to write parallel and perpendicular lines. And what I mean by that is we're going to be given an equation of a line and then have to write the equation of a line that's parallel to that line. And then we're going to be given another line. We're going to have to write the equation of a line that is perpendicular to that line. So let's go ahead and get started. I have two examples right here. I'm going to look at my first one. And I have the equation y equals 3x minus 1. I want to write the equation of a line that is parallel to this equation and also goes through this point. So I'll say that again. Our objective is to write a line that is parallel to this line and also goes through this point. And we're going to write this equation in slope-intercept form. So as always, we need two things to write in slope-intercept form, and that is the slope and the y-intercept. Now the slope is very easy to find. When two lines are parallel, their slopes are the same. So since our slope in this line is 3, if we wanted to write the line parallel to that line, our slope also has to be 3. Since we have our slope, now all we need is our y-intercept. To find our y-intercept, we're going to use our given information. We're going to use our slope, we're going to use this point, and we're going to use our general slope-intercept form to solve for b. So y equals mx plus b is our general slope-intercept form. Our goal is to solve for b. We're going to substitute in for m, x, and y. We know m is 3 in this equation. We've already figured that out. So we'll plug that in. To substitute for x and y, we're going to substitute our given point. So we're told this line goes through -3, -5. So we're going to plug that in to our slope-intercept form. -3 is our x-coordinate, so that's going to get plugged in for x. -5 is our y-coordinate, so that's going to get plugged in for y. And we don't have anything to plug in for b because that's what we're solving for. So now that we've substituted in, we're just going to solve this equation for b. 3 times -3 is -9. And then we can just add the 9 to the other side of the equation. And we get b is 4. So we have our slope and our y-intercept of this line. So we can now put that into slope-intercept form to get our line. So since our slope is 3, and our intercept is 4, our final answer is y equals 3x plus 4. And this line is parallel to our given line and passes through this point. So that's how we write parallel lines. In our second example, we're going to talk about how to write a line that is perpendicular to another line. So I want to write the line that is perpendicular to this line and passes through this point. This is actually very similar to our first example. We're going to write this in slope-intercept form again. And just like in the first example, I need two things. I need our slope and I need the y-intercept. Now when two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. I'll say that again. When two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocals. So since our slope of this line is 2, to find the slope of our perpendicular line, we're going to find 2's reciprocal, which we know is 1/2. And then we're going to make it negative. So negative 1/2 is the negative reciprocal of 2. And so the slope of our perpendicular line is negative 1/2. And we're going to solve for b just like we did in our first example. we're going to start with our general slope-intercept form, and then we're going to plug in for y, for m, and x. Again, m is the slope we just found, in this case -1/2. Our x and y, again, is this point. Since 4 is our x coordinate, that's going to get plugged in for x. Since -5 is our y coordinate, that's going to get plugged in for y. Again, we are solving for b, so that's just going to be b. After we substitute, we can just solve. -1/2 times 4 is -2. And we can add 2 to get to our final answer. So b is -3. We have our slope, we have our y-intercept. Now let's put it all together. So your y equals -1/2 x minus 3. And so this is the line that is perpendicular to this line, our given line, and also goes through this point. So a couple key concepts to remember. Two lines that are parallel have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of each other. And that's how you write parallel and perpendicular lines. Have a stupendous day.